What's going on, my friends? Peggyard Studios here, coming at you with a brand new Project Bricksburg update. So, quite a bit has changed since the last video, as you guys can probably tell. Um, so this is what the setup is right now, and there's a little bit for me to talk about, although I'll try not to ramble on too much, as this is the 9th time that I've remade this video, because I have this thing where if I make a video too long, I kind of lose interest in it and just decide not to upload it. So yeah, so I'll just go ahead and get started. So the airport obviously has changed quite a bit, but this is the layout that I've decided to go with as far as the airport goes. And I forget if I discussed it in the previous video or not, just because so much has changed since then. But I've decided to no longer make use of the runway pieces as the parking spots for the planes, and I feel like the extra large gray base plates will stand in much better for the tarmac and all that. So this also allowed me to lengthen the runway quite a bit. As it currently sits, it's actually 10 base plates long, which is pretty awesome. Although I will say the runway's not complete technically, because these 3 base plates right there, I eventually want to replace with some other base plates that are more like these ones, mainly because for some reason, when Lego made these Lego Town airport sets, they didn't use the same base plate mold for the runways, so they're all like different widths. As you guys can see, that the darker gray ones are, and that's another issue, is that the color is different, but those are a couple studs narrower than the rest. So I'm going to fix that eventually. I did find a nice lot on Bricklink that sells the base plates that I'm looking for, so I'll be getting those eventually. I'm not worried about it right this second. But so yeah, down here we have the Century Skyway, the international jetport. I moved the train station over here, and that's another thing that I want to talk about, is that the entire planned layout for Bricksburg has changed, which I would also like to make a separate video just based on that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to say that the plan layout has changed, and I quite like the idea that I have now. So yeah, and then over here we have the Metro Park and Service Tower. That's a set that I managed to pick up off of eBay about a month ago, maybe less. It is mostly complete. It was just missing a couple pieces, and a lot of the parts are also yellowed, but that doesn't really bother me that much. And the minifigures and the cars are present. I just don't have them on it because I don't really want to add vehicles to the layout until it has, I guess, a certain level of completion, which, as you guys can see, it is nowhere near that. Then coming back over to the airport, this is my 3182 mock that I actually tore apart and rebuilt into this, because previously it was 3 stories tall, and it also wasn't complete, so to speak. I say complete because it actually has 4 sides to it technically, and I kind of wanted to go for a modular airport design that also would fit to the design of the Lego Town airport, which I'm still gonna kind of do that. There's gonna be a little bit of an extension right here, mainly probably some stairs that lead up to the 2nd floor there. So it'll just be like a little extension to that to complete the airport terminal. And I might also do the same over here, although I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, and like I said, here's the train station right here. And the idea is, instead of having the train track loop around the airport, I'm going to have it go in front of the terminals. And then I'm just going to have like these little pedestrian crossings from the street over to a walkway across the airport. And if I decide to, I might add like a little mini monorail. But I feel like that might also not be necessary considering there's a train here already. Although it might be a nice little touch to have just like extend from one terminal to the other. And that's another thing as well. I did decide that with this new design, I could actually fit the 7894 airport, as you guys can see right there, and have one of the bigger planes in layout. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and I feel like I could maybe consolidate the parking spaces a little bit more, but I also don't want the airport to be super cramped, if you guys know what I mean. Um, but I won't get too much into that other than, so down here is just a bunch of gray 16 by 32 plates that I actually just got today. I actually ordered 10 of them and I've used 9 because the last one is right over there and I kind of don't want to use it just yet. Like I don't want to stick in the layout because I kind of want to see if there isn't something that I could maybe give it use for. And I'm also waiting on another Bricklink order of some parts, which mainly is just like another one of those 16 by 32s and then some couple other small base plates. So yeah, but I will definitely be ordering more of these 16 by 32 plates. The store that I actually got them from has like thousands of them in stock for relatively cheap. I think it was about $2.49 a piece, and so for 10 of them it ended up being like $33 after tax and shipping and all that, so not that bad. But I'm definitely gonna take things slow as far as like getting the layout set up, and I accidentally just kicked the railroad crossing by accident. So yeah, and one little mistake that I did notice was that I didn't center the train track on the base plate like I wanted to, but and that will kind of throw off the overall track layout when this is done. But I feel like I could work around it, especially with the flexible tracks. So yeah, this is the layout right now. It's not much, but it's something. And so yeah, one thing that does kind of not really stress me out, but something that's kind of irritating is how expensive the road base plates are, which I did decide that for a lot of the layout, I'm going to use a replacement for these base plates, and it's going to be these, which are the kind of road base plates they use for like past police stations and stuff like that, where they usually just have the garages like over there. That's why the studs are in the center. But yeah, I figured I could probably make use of these better. And there's also a lot more of them in stock on Bricklink. Not to mention they are significantly cheaper than these base plates, although I still will be getting a few more of these, maybe to finish up this road. And then other than that, I think for the most part, I'm going to make use of those. So yeah, and then not really anything to see over here, just mess. But coming over here, over to kind of this area, over here I have the most recent Coast Guard headquarters set. I don't remember the set number, but all I know is it's the Coast Guard headquarters. Got it off this website called Bricks and Minifigs Anaheim, which I actually only paid $60 for this, for the mostly complete set. All it's really missing is a couple minifigures and maybe like a few small pieces here and there. and the pictures actually made it look a lot less complete than it actually turned out to be. So for a set that is in pretty much brand new condition, missing only a couple of minifigures that are easily replaceable or just excusable, um, $60 for a set that retailed for 120 regularly, that's not bad at all. Although my only complaint is that I didn't get the joy of putting it together. Although it is kind of broken up in the bag, so I guess I'll be putting a little bit of it together. But yeah, coming over here, this is all a mess. I also replaced the plate for this because it was usually like the thicker plates like on this. I need to replace that as well. But this is a lot more fitting for it, so now it can actually fit into the city. And over here we have the Avengers headquarters that I put together, the Wonder Woman 84 set. Got my hands on the 4207 garage. Also not complete, but I got a pretty good discount on it on eBay that I bid on. Is missing 2 of the vehicles, I think 1 of the minifigures, and some of the minifigures that it did come with have had their heads swapped. So, but yeah, other than that, it's complete, and I'm excited to finally have it. But yeah, this is the current state of things right now. And then, as you guys can see, I still have a few sets to build, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I also got some more base plates here, some small ones. The person I ordered it from, they actually cut, I'm assuming, a 16 by 32 in half and sold it as 16 by 16s. So, but I don't really mind that much as long as it still fits into the layout and stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it that I wanted to go over. And of course, this video ended up being 12 and a half minutes long already, so I failed my goal of not rambling on too much. But to be quite honest, there's just so much to talk about that it gets hard to keep it under the 10-minute limit. So, but yeah, that's about it that I wanted to go over. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more Project Bricksburg updates.